As a producer, it's sort of it has a double meaning to me because ultimately it's a show about accepting strangers in our lives. It's a show about empathy, and it's a show about when we're open to strangers and when we're open to people coming in who are foreign to us and we embrace them. They have the ability to improve our lives and heal our hearts. And in an odd way, and in a poetic way, that's what our experience has been like here in Providence. Being warmly welcomed here, being supported here. And it's one of the beautiful things about the extension of the Broadway industry, that we have an entire group of cities all across the country who welcome these shows and welcome these moving pieces of art. And it really is able to have a huge impact on the lives of all the local markets that we visit. So the play really is a mirror of the actual tour that we're on.
So for me, it's really it's endless adventure since I started this modest film in 2007. As a matter of fact, it never left my life. In festivals, it's in a way changed my professional career, and still lead fruits to this very day. Now I'm very excited to start this wonderful North American tour with you guys, and hope it will be wonderful, and the audience would love it. I think they can expect a wonderful and different experience. This is not a typical Broadway musical, although it has these entertaining parts in it. But I think, first of all, it's a human story. It's about people. It's very simple. It's not pretending to be something that it's not. It's not typical in the way that there's not a lot of dancing and singing in a typical Broadway way. It's describing it as a very interesting and modest play with a lot of songs. And I think the Providence audience will encounter this culture that they don't meet often, and I think it's very. It won't insult their intelligence. It's because it's really a story about people. It doesn't pretend to be something just for fun or entertaining. So it's very truthful. It's very and unique in this way. And I think the people that will come here will, after the show, will leave the theater with something in their hearts and their minds. I think they can expect a unique and different experience.
We feel a deep sense of connection to the music. I think the music is stunning in the show. I'm very moved by it every time we do it. And I think the show could be a big sort of political show, and it's not. It's about human connection. It's about relationships. It's about how each of these individuals are affected by the other members of the other, right? What we see as the other, it becomes a story about I versus them, and it becomes a story about we. That's really powerful.
What's really wonderful about this play, which has also followed my life for the past 10 years in a very funny way. I remember just seeing the movie, and maybe less than 3 months later, getting a call from Warren saying, "Hey, can you come and do a workshop of this thing that we're trying to do?" I just saw that play. And one of the things that struck me was, I love the score in the movie. I actually know Habib Shahada, who wrote the original score in the movie. And I thought, wow, this is wonderful to see real Middle Eastern instruments portrayed in that movie. And then to see it come to Broadway and to see this instrument, al-oud. This is an instrument that originated in Mesopotamia probably a couple thousand years ago. In about the 9th century, it took the form that you see today. It's called al-oud, and that means wood in Arabic, twig. And al-oud eventually went to Europe, to Spain in the 9th century, and it became a lute, like the European lute,
Right.
which gets its name from al-oud, which eventually became the guitar, or as some say, al-guitar. And so an instrument that influenced the entire world. But you've seen this featured on a Broadway play, probably for the first time, and as well as the other Middle Eastern instruments, the darbuka, the percussion. the language, Arabic and Hebrew, are being spoken on stage. Two Semitic languages. This is very unprecedented. One thing I can say, though, that I would take away from the entire play is very much like what Warren had said, is when you help others, you're helping yourself at the same time. And to see my culture on display in a dignified way, in a climate that we live in today, in this way, connecting humans together, I think that's what reality really is, not that which we see portrayed in the media often. And as Warren said, I couldn't have imagined being here, let alone with an amazing group of musicians, an amazing group of people, the original star from the movie, and being welcomed by all of you here at Providence. So I think music is the greatest connector I've found in the world. I've been able to reach audiences, diplomats, dignitaries doing just with this instrument. And it's been amazing. And the Yazbek's score, David Yazbek's score, for me was very moving. I've played musicals before, musicals that already had music written for them that many people know, Spoonful of Sugar, that kind of thing. And they're wonderful, beautiful pieces. But to actually see the music I grew up hearing, music that some people might not know, but now is a gateway for you to learn about a culture that is often misrepresented. I couldn't think of a better way to do it. And Mr. Yazbek did an amazing job doing something that many people find difficulty doing, which is fusing two worlds, which sometimes we try to make exclusive, the East and West, when in reality they're not, because music is something cumulative. It's basically passed on from one culture to the next and builds upon previous styles. And you're going to hear styles, elements of jazz, you'll hear elements of classical Middle Eastern music, of Egyptian folk, and he did an exceptional job, really, just presenting an authentic taste and an authentic flair for that music with modern sensibilities.
Thanks so much for coming. We're so excited to be here. We're so excited to launch the national tour of the band's visit here in Providence. And we love working here. We love the entire team. And I'm very pleased to introduce, perhaps for the first time with this group, the Alexandria Ceremonial Police Orchestra. It's a special group, it's a special score. David Yazbek, who composed all of the songs for this story, which was based on an independent film that was made in Israel many years prior to ours beginning. David put together this intimate and delicate score that is that has all sorts of tastes from the Middle East. You'll hear a lot of Arabic music, a lot of klezmer music. But also what's kind of extraordinary is how he's bridged it and brought it into a sphere of Broadway, and it's really allowed the idea of the music, a Broadway musical on stage here, he elevates it. And this group of extraordinary performers brings this thing to life on stage in front of the audience every night, and it's really something to behold. Before we go any further with questions, I just want to introduce the band one more time for one more number. This is How Do You Dress.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Take a bow, guys.